Proverbs 23 verses 29 and 30 says, "Who hath woe? Who hath sorrow? Who hath contentions? Who hath babbling? Who hath wounds without cause? Who hath redness of eyes? They that tarry long at the wine, they that go to seek mixed wine." Alcoholic beverages have been the downfall of untold millions of people, and I can list the reasons why it's best to simply stay away from the stuff. But our proverb here is warning against two specific things. Number one, they that tarry long at the wine, and two, they that go to seek mixed wine. A lot of people have never even heard that explained before, so listen up. We'll stick to the point being made here and deal with the words of God. Who has woe, sorrow, contentions, babbling, wounds without cause, and redness of eyes? They that tarry long at the wine. This is dealing with what we call the binge drinker. He can't stop with one or two. He tarries long. He keeps drinking and gets drunk. Ephesians 5:18 says, "And be not drunk with wine wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit." A lot of people love to argue about whether it's okay to have a drink or whatever, but a lot of those people are just looking for an excuse to binge drink, and that's who this is dealing with. There are a lot of dead people who weren't habitual drunks, but just chose to get drunk that one time, or possibly only get drunk on special occasions, or just on weekends occasionally. Getting drunk is never a good idea, and it's always a sin. And sadly, it costs a lot of lives. Not just the drunk drivers who didn't make it a habit or possibly never drove drunk except that one time. And that's all it took. December of 2025, there was a story of a 32-year-old Nicaraguan mother of two. She was a very well accomplished anesthesiologist, I believe. She got drunk while on vacation in Miami and ended up locking herself in a freezer at a dollar store. She was found dead the next day. On and on we could go with endless stories of people like that who may have only got drunk that one time, and it caused their own death or caused them to be responsible for the deaths of others. Why? They tarried long at the wine. And then there are the drunks. I believe that's who's being described as they that go seek mixed wine. Those are people who are looking for the strong stuff. Today these people would be hitting the bourbon or other types of whiskey, vodka, Jägermeister, tequila, rum, gin, brandy, etc. They want to get buzzed and drunk quick. A few shots and they're set. And sadly, they end up in some of the same woe, sorrow, contentions, babbling, wounds without cause, as it says, redness of eyes, as all the others. The fact is, regular drinkers and drunks just don't live as long and healthy as others do. A lot of diabetics suffer amputations and early death because they choose not to stop drinking alcohol. Some go blind. Others are on kidney dialysis because they refuse to quit the booze. The massive increase in colorectal cancer among people aged 25 to 55 is believed to be connected to the uptick in daily wine drinkers and daily beer drinkers and daily hard liquor drinkers. But one of the groups you're seeing an uptick is in the so-called wine moms. As I said, we could go on and on about all of this. If you choose to imbibe, you are choosing to risk your health. Be prepared to live with the consequences. And if you tarry long or seek out the strong stuff, you are putting your own life at risk, but you're also jeopardizing the lives of others, including possibly your own family. It's needless and it's foolish, really. A lot of folks should memorize this scripture, if for no other reason, to act as a deterrent to foolish choices that people make when it comes to drinking alcohol. Who hath woe? Who hath sorrow? Who hath contentions? Who hath babbling? Who hath wounds without cause? Who hath redness of eyes? They that tarry long at the wine, they that go to seek mixed wine.